And I call the member for Dawson.
Thanks, Madam Deputy Speaker. Our traditional industries have been under attack in Queensland. The people who feed us, farmers and fishermen, sadly find that one of the greatest enemies they face is their own state government. Queensland Labor, largely led by Jackie Trad, prioritises green votes over those living in rural and regional Queensland, and in state government departments where it appears green leaners have the upper hand, those who make a living from the land and from the sea don't have a chance. Queensland Labor wants to introduce new fishing quotas which cut the catch of operators by up to 50, 60 and in some cases 80%. This could destroy the state's commercial fishing industry. Many operators with 30 to 40 years experience in the business are thinking they will need to walk away. And let's also note here that there's no compensation on the table. Take the case of Mark in Bowen. After 30 years of fishing with an average catch of 8 tonnes for the past 11 years, he's being allocated a little over 3 tonnes. Ronnie in Proserpine, a fisherman of 31 years, his barramundi catch limit is going to be cut in half. Will at Alva Beach in the Burdekin will have his quota of mud crab cut by 50%. That's a hit of about $30,000 a year to him. And Matt in Early Beach, also a crabber, tells me that he's facing a 100% reduction in catch. He will be wiped out by Labor. Terry Must of Arabon Seafoods in Bowen believes the restrictions on mud crabs will mean you simply won't be able to buy them locally anymore. The catch that's allowed will all head straight to the Sydney market. His view shared by Kev Collins, owner of Fish Divine Restaurant at Early Beach. We already have a shortage of fishermen in the industry, and any confidence they have is being completely eroded. The Queensland Minister responsible won't even give these guys the courtesy of a reply to their letters. And cane farmers are getting the same tin-ear treatment from the state Labor government on its push to impose more reef laws. The new Great Barrier Reef Protection Measures Bill before the state parliament proposes new powers to demand farm business data, impose more restrictions on land use, expand the area of farms which will face new restrictions, and give broad powers to the public service to shift the goalposts on farming practices. Though the Premier rushed to Mackay following the May 18 federal election to declare she was listening to regional Queensland, she's been completely ignoring attempts by several hundred cane growers to raise their concerns about the impacts of these insulting additional reef regulations. There's a standing invite from the head of cane growers, Paul Skembry, for the Premier to visit his farm in Mackay and hear the concerns of the industry. Underpinning both farmers' and fishermen's concerns is whether the scientific papers underpinning both the policy on fishing and on farming is actually sound or not. And it's time for the Premier to listen and to act. If not, I've got to say she may face the consequences at the next state election.